Hello! Did everyone from CashMortal.com? Because something makes me more excited. On today's video, I'll be giving my Womplay 6 months later overview. What has changed? What has improved? Bitcoin? And also another comparison to other platforms. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. And if you like content like this where I go over applications where you can make extra money on the side, and in this case for cryptocurrency, by playing games and the like, please make sure you like this video, as it does help me out a lot with the good old YouTube algorithm, and it gets this video out in front of other people who might find it useful. Now, the guys over at Womplay reached out to me and asked if I could make an updated video on my Womplay experience, and I figured why not? It is 6 months, the magic marker. And it did reach out to me. All the opinions that I will be presenting here are my own, so let's get to it. So it's been about 6 months since I made my first video on Womplay, an app that, much like Misplay and Greedy Dragon and others, promises rewards for playing games, but in this case, a way of getting cryptocurrency. Now, when I first did it, obviously it was right at launch and it was very much in its infancy, so things have changed a bit. There are definitely quality of life improvements. I'm hoping to show some of them to you today. I will run through and installing a game so you can see what that looks like, as well as hopefully reaching at least one milestone so you can see the payout in Wombucks, so on and so forth. But let's get to it. But for those of you who may not know, the way that Womplay works, I'll give a short overview on this, is that you play games and perform different tasks to earn Wombucks. You then turn in your Wombucks on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and you can get a payout from a reward pool. Your payout depends on how much in Wombucks you contribute to the pool, so obviously you don't have to cash out every week. You can do it at your discretion, but the more Wombucks you put in, or better said, the bigger piece of the overall pie is your Wombuck contribution, is the more you'll get paid out. So right now at this juncture, with my 8,931 Wombucks, I would get about 45 cents equivalent in EOS. Now keep in mind that EOS, much like other cryptocurrencies, does fluctuate in value, which creates some of the benefit of doing this versus doing other platforms, is because even though it might be worth 45 cents today, it might be worth $4. I'm not going to say tomorrow, but in a couple of months, whatnot. But yeah, that's how it works. So the advantage, or one advantage that Womplay has over other platforms, is it's not just rewards based on time played, it's based on achievements, aka goals met, and so on and so forth, and some games also for time played. So let's see if we can get a demo going for you guys on that. I have installed almost all of these apps, and I will actually give you guys an overview of what I've earned on all of them in a little bit, or once we get the demo done. But the only one I really haven't installed on this device is my free farm to mobile. Now we go here. You can see here show details. Installing the game gives you 1,000 Wombucks. Completing the tutorial gives you 3,000, and you can get up to 1,000 Wombucks per day for playtime. So what you do is you click here on Earn Now, and then you go here on Get It on Google Play or App Store if you're using an iOS device. Click Install, and I will wait for this sucker to install, and then we'll load it. I'll get a little bit of, so that right there is one good thing, is that even if I have absolutely no interest in this game, I can still go through the installation process and I can still get some reward just for installing it, even if I end up not playing it for very long. So let's get to it. Let's open it up. I might lower the volume if it's too high for me. Okay, tap on OK. I'm going to try to speed through this just so the video isn't very, very long. Playing along here. Selling that wheat. Now, hopefully, the game will have something that just says, "Hey, you're good." Usually, that's what these most games have, is something that says, "Hey, that's enough for me, so I'll let you get back to it." But this is just as you go through this, and I'll just keep talking over it, trying to pay attention to what the heck this woman is telling me to do. That you can play these games, and if you really enjoy it, the advantage here is that you get paid in Wombucks not just for playing it, but also for reaching milestones. This one doesn't have that many, but other games such as Elvenar has more goals where if you reach a certain level, you get Wombucks for reaching the level, so on and so forth. I don't think you guys can listen to music, but it's pretty dang calm. Also, there are so many there are so many farm games. In essence, there's so many different. There we go. Tutorial complete. That is the best. So let's see. Now, I'm going to give it a second here. Usually, the payout is pretty freaking quick. So let's see if, okay, there's 1,000, but sometimes it does take a bit for you to get the other payout. So let's get to it. Let's see here. Right there you see, it didn't show it, but right there you see it's 4,000 Wombucks earned because I completed the tutorial. So right, just like that, boom, I got a total of 4,000 Wombucks. Yay for me. Although actually that hasn't loaded up here. For those of you who are like doing the math closely. It hasn't loaded on the top for my total, but I'm pretty sure that it will. Oh, there it is. You earned 3,000 Wombucks. My free farm, and it is 12,000. So just like that, 4,000 Wombucks. So now 65 cents. Whoop, whoop. I know, not that exciting. But let me go through my totals here with you guys. So as you can see here on my top earner, 0, 140,000, Elvenar 83, Forge of Empire 72. So as you can see right here, I've made a different amount. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the top earners. So I heavily suggest that you install those and run them. Hero Zero with a caveat, it does take quite a bit of time unless you really like the game, which I really did enjoy it. It might not be the most time. I was gonna say the most beneficial for your time for how much Wombucks you're gonna get out of it, but the rest of them, Elvenar, Forge of Empires, Arcane too, very good at payouts. Tasty Tale, as long as you like puzzles, and the rest of them, the rest is a pretty interesting game. But as you can see here, varying amounts as I go down through the list, which adds up to about 866,000 Wombucks that I've earned. And I've done several payouts over the 6 months, and I've earned a good amount. I'll get into that in a second. And right here you see the referrals, 318,000 Wombucks over the 6 months. So thank you all so much to all of you for who have joined in and have become a referral of the channel. The referral link will be in the description for those of you who wish to support. But the reason why I really push the Womplay referrals because it is such a great program. It pays 25% of the Wombucks earned by your referrals with no limit. So if you have somebody who just happens to love one of these games, and I know, like for instance, there's one that I couldn't use, Raid Shadow Legends. I've installed this game so many times. But if you have someone who's really into Raid Shadow Legends, or hopefully who is into it, uh, and who's getting a new device and wants to start over, or if you're into it yourself and you want to pitch it to somebody to play it, you can get a lot of Wombucks, not just by playing it by yourself, but 25% from your referrals playing the game. So there's quite a big list of games here. One other thing is that the blockchain games are gone, and it's not that they're not entertaining in their own right, but I'm pretty sure that a realization was made that the payouts in Wombucks were too low, and it would just people really probably wouldn't access them too much, and it would seem crummy to play them versus other games that are on here. But the variety of games is increasing steadily. There is now a desktop one, World of Warships. I would have done my demo on that guy, but my current rig isn't really set up to. I'd say it's not powerful enough to record the footage and also, play the game. But now, let me show you how to cash out. So right now, if I hit this Join Now button right here, and right here you see that by joining the cash out, you will submit all of your Wombucks at the end of the cash out challenge, which is Thursday evening. At some point, it's around 4 a.m. PST, I believe. Technically, that'd be Friday morning, 4 a.m. PST. So if I hit confirm now, By the end of the period, depending on how big of a share of the overall pool of Wombucks, you see right now the overall pool is right here, the 39580,584. That's steadily increasing. The bigger percentage of that pot that you contributed is the more EOS that you will get back. As you see right now, I have 7.5383 EOS. I have been cashing out weekly because I've been putting in a good amount of time in several games that I've been enjoying. Oddly enough, like the rats, like I mentioned earlier, because it's just weird about having a group of basically rats that loot other rats. And Arcane and Elvenar. But I've been getting a good amount. And actually, let's go back to the main screen in the Wombat wallet. And you go back to the wallet here. As you can see right now, my 7.5383 EOS are worth $51.11 USD. You can use Coinbase to cash out if you'd like. But the exciting thing is that here, this was worth roughly about 30 something bucks about 2 weeks ago. Now, obviously, this is not an investment channel. I'm pretty sure your accountant will flip out at you if you tell him, oh, hey, I took investment advice from the Cash Boner YouTube channel. But you could end up holding this for a while and it could keep increasing in value. I don't know. I am wondering if I'm going to be kicking myself in the pants for not cashing out right now versus waiting, but I think I'm going to hold, for a bit to see where it goes. But yeah, also the other exciting thing is that Bitcoin or PBTC has been added. So right now you can get Bitcoin on the Wombat or EOS blockchain. So last week they actually had an event where the cash out was not in EOS, but it was in PBTC. That's why you see that small amount right there for 34 cents. Yes, I finally own freaking Bitcoin. And the developers did state that they might do it again in the future. And you can trade into Bitcoin from your other currencies. So keep that in mind. But hopefully they will make another Bitcoin event in the future. And then you can also own a piece of the Bitcoin pie yourself. But it seems like at least current trends are that crypto is increasing. So hopefully that continues onwards. And by continuing to use Womplay, you can continue to build up your stack of cryptocurrency. And of course, with the awesome referral program, getting 25% of your referrals earnings, you can make quite a bit of money because my other main contender, and let's go to it right now, I'll show you. Misplay, which I have put quite a bit of time in. You can see right there, level 62, 226 hours. I have made about $200 from Misplay. I have yet to make that full amount from Womplay, technically, but this is over a 3-year period with Misplay. So yeah, that's quite a difference. Whereas here, it's only been about 6 months. I had already cashed out prior, and I got about, I think it was about 30 something bucks before this. So overall, right now, because of the way that crypto is going, it seems to be very beneficial to keep it. Again, not an investment channel. This is not real investment advice. Check with your accountant. But I believe that Womplay has a higher payout upside than other platforms simply because of the better referral program, the fact that you can keep playing games because you can get up to 1,000 Wombucks on different games daily, and that doesn't go away. So one thing that upsets me, like with Misplay, is that I loved playing Teppen. I played a crap ton of freaking Teppen, and at some point, once I maxed out the game in their system, I wasn't getting paid anything back on it anymore. Whereas if it was on Womplay, if you add Teppen, I probably would just I would make it work so I can get paid for it. I would restore my device if I needed to. But if Womplay had Teppen, I could keep playing it and playing it and playing it day in, day out, day in, day out, and getting my Wombucks for it. So there you go. But again, 6 months later, very much improved. Said the notifications that you get on the top, like you saw for the payouts, are very convenient because in other apps, it took them a while to get it, and some don't even have that. So as soon as you earn a Wombuck, you'll see it in the actual application. So then you're not wondering if what you did worked or it didn't work. Their customer service is pretty responsive as well from what I've had to ask. So Womplay 6 months later, better than it was 6 months ago. A lot more games on there. Again, I've done them all, but if you have yet to start it, I definitely recommend you give it a shot. Get your cryptocurrency. This is the best way. I myself never invested an actual dime in crypto, and the only crypto I've ever gotten is from Womplay. So I'm sure there's a lot of people who are in the same boat as well. But like I said, 6 months later, still a great program. Heavily recommend it. Get on there and get your Wombucks. And again, if you really want to support the channel, I would really appreciate it if you go into the referral link below, click on it to join Womplay, and then the channel will get 25% of your earnings. And then, of course, make sure you tell all your friends, relatives, so on and so forth about Womplay so that you can get 25% of their earnings. But that is it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And of course, if you like what you've been seeing, please make sure you give a little visit to the like, share, and subscribe button down below. Any questions, tips, comments, post them in the comment section. Right, go out to play some games, make some money, spend some money, save some money, don't get boned. Get boning.